All right, so we are surrounded by single person businesses, yet most of us are ignoring what might be the biggest opportunity of this decade. In this video, I'll break down what a one person business is, why it's the future, and how you can build one around yourself. Hey, I'm Marcus Elestin. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm also a creative. And I've been studying a lot of creators. I've been spending a lot of time just studying the experts in one person business models in order to really understand this opportunity and to make this video. First off, a one-person business is built entirely around you, around your world views and everything that makes you unique. A one-person business doesn't necessarily mean that it's only one person in the business, but typically it is. And over time, you can scale and you can grow. You can have a small team, but the idea is that the business revolves around you and your ideas, your unique self. And so some great examples of some one-person businesses are Dan Cole. He popularized the term one-person business. He talks about, he talks about one-person businesses, honestly. And you have people like Tim Ferriss, who wrote the 4-Hour Work Week, who has his own podcast, essentially a business around his interests, his ideas. And you have other people like Sahil Bloom, who writes the Curiosity Chronicles. You have 19 Keys, who combines culture and self-mastery in a prolific way. You have a lot of people that are building these empires and businesses around their personal brand. So essentially, they've taken what makes them unique and they've made it scalable. Why is this the future? The reason why this is the future is, number one, nobody else can be you. That is your competitive advantage, your life story, your struggles, your pain. Your pain is now your purpose, and your failures are now transformed into your future. The mindset that you have, your skill sets, your ideas, all of these things literally makes you unique, and nobody else can replicate it. Out of 8 billion people on this planet, the way you show up, the way you dress, the way you talk, that is your competitive advantage. And the next reason is the principle that Naval talked about, which was the modern form of leverage. I'll clip this video of Naval.
There are three broad classes of leverage. One form of leverage is going to be labor, which is the oldest form of leverage, which is other humans working for you. And that's actually not a great one in the modern world. It used to be great in the old world. But in the modern world, people are onto it, so everyone's always playing a status game and trying to become the lead monkey in the tribe. So having people work for you is a difficult form of leverage. Then there's capital, which is a more recent invention. It's only about a few thousand years ago. It goes back to the agricultural age. And so that's money. And so if you have money as a form of leverage, that's a good one. It means like every time you make a decision, now you multiply this with money. And that's why fund managers and venture capitalists and so on seem to do well. And then the final form of leverage is a brand new form of leverage, and that's like the most democratizing one. And that is products that have no marginal cost of replication. So that would include books, it would include media, it would include movies, it would include code. And code is probably the most powerful form of leverage that is permissionless. All you need is a computer. You don't need anyone's permission.
We have free distribution through social media where we can get out whatever products that we want to get out without any gatekeepers, with tools like the advancements of AI, with coding, with social media. We have all of these we have access to so many things that we can create that doesn't require us to continuously have to create them. For example, if you create a book one time, you can sell that book over and over and over again. If you create one YouTube video, that could potentially generate you future income even while you sleep. And the third reason, which ties into all of this, is the 1,000 True Fans principle. So an article that was written by Kevin Kelly, 1,000 True Fans, which was back in 2008, talks about the idea that whether you're a creative or you are in the business space, but if you have 1,000 people that are your true fans, meaning if you put something out, they'll consume it, you now have a viable path to creating a income for yourself that can sustain you. Your goal may be $100,000 a year. Well, if you have 1,000 people, and depending on what your financial goal is, and also depending on how much true fans you actually have, that number and that equation may be adjusted to fit your goals. But the idea behind it is still the same, which is that by creating digital products and other, other services and things that you can offer your audience, you can now access a way to make a living by just being yourself. So now let's talk about how to start one of these one person or single person business. Um, First, you want to package your worldview. It's important that you understand what you care about, what you stand for, your brand essentially. Write down values, interests, and unique perspectives. Ask yourself, what do I love talking about? What problems do I want to solve in the world? The next thing that's important is to grow in public. You have these free distribution channels we was talking about, social media, and you can use these platforms to spread your message and to build your brand. Let people watch you improve. It'll build trust with them. It'll build your goodwill. What I'm challenging myself right now is to be more authentic when it comes to my brand, because the more authentic you are, the more people are able to connect and relate with you. A lot of times we try to be perfect versions of ourselves, but no one really connects with that, and they can sense your inauthenticity. So be yourself and show up as yourself, and you'll be surprised that you'll make more progress than you ever had being someone else. And you don't want to be stuck being someone else. You now have the ability to share yourself and your ideas and find your crowd, and your people will be attracted to that. So let people watch your imperfection and watch you improve. The next step is to monetize. You have to monetize. Now you're building an audience, you're attracting people to you. I think it's important to build off of these social media platforms. Try to get a newsletter or something that you can have people gravitate towards. Have your own website so that you can have control of your narrative. And then part of monetizing, you have so many ways. You can create digital products. You can offer services. You can also offer products. Now, what I think the ultimate goal for me and the ultimate goal for a lot of creators now is, you see this movement where these creators are now getting into the product space. They're building their own products. And I think that's the wave that I would want to ultimately get into. But you have to, over time, as you build your brand out, you can build your own apps. Dan Cole is building an app. You can build your own your CPG product. You can have your own drinks and your own supplements or whatever. You can maybe even build your own gym, whatever it is. But you can take your one person business and ultimately create an empire off of it. But if you want to stay small and you just want to like focus on having your free time and not get into a lot of other stuff, that's fine as well. But you will have the ability to scale. And so monetizing, there's many ways you can monetize your personal brand and your one person business. There's a lot of creators that have newsletters that are profitable. I mentioned one earlier, which was Sahil Bloom with Curiosity Chronicles. Leverage modern tools. You have tools like Substack, you have tools like Beehive, Gumroad, Kajabi, Stan. There's so many tools that you can leverage in order to sell your products and your services, to your audience. So let's recap. So the one person business is around you. It's about your ideas. It is your moat that anybody else can't just come and copy you. It's how you stand out. It's so much noise on social media nowadays because everybody's aware of you can make money online. And so the way you stand out is literally by being yourself. And that's how you don't become a commodity. And so I want to challenge you to find your voice, find your message in that one thing that you want to solve and share with the world. And if this video brought you value, I want you to share in the comment section, like, what's one thing you could build around you, around yourself? Let me know in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching this video.